Welcome to short r mid-size long stories, where your host might appear to be AI because the voice sounds artificial but the intelligence is real? Or is it?
The next story comes from r/TrueOffMyChest and was posted by the user WarnUthubs. My wife doesn't understand why I've had to take pelvic impact and specific affections off the table, and she's upset. My wife and I have known each other for 8 years, and we have a 5-year-old daughter. Ever since our daughter was born, my wife stopped feeling interested in pelvic action. She's gotten her hormones checked at my request, but it seems that she's honestly just fine not wanting it more than once a month. Even during that one time we have physical intimacy, she's had to have a perfect day, had to have me take some chores she owns off her plate, give her a nice dinner, and tend to her, lots of flirting throughout the day, and lots of non-intimate affection for even a chance that pelvic impact occurs. And sometimes it doesn't happen. I try not to show it, but I am worn out trying to put her in a good mood and trying to be perfect just for a chance to have her want pelvic action with me too. I don't think this is sustainable or realistic for me. I feel like I am not doing it for the right reasons. I don't want to perform affection that doesn't feel real for me. I want to hold and hug my wife and make her life easy because I love her, not because I want something out of her. And over the past few years, I've been doing it with other motives. I also want her to choose to want physical intimacy with me, not go along with it, because I shouldered so much responsibility in making sure she felt headspace, or it wouldn't happen. I would like to see, if we take pelvic action off the table and performing affection off the table, what the baseline level of real intimacy between us is. I get that responsive desire is real, and for some people it's not easy to initiate and go for it. But I'd like to not have to negotiate for physical desire and understand aspects of responsive desire a bit more responsibly. What I mean when I say this is, I'd like to not always be in charge of ensuring she's had a good day enough to want some action. I'd like it happening naturally. For example, she's had a good day without my intervention. I initiate affection because that specific expression of affection makes me feel good too, good enough to want to share with her, and that in turn makes her want physical intimacy with me. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to do it for her alone or for her sake alone. I express this to her, and she's taken it completely wrong, because to her, she hears no cutesy names throughout the day multiple times a day, no massages twice a week, no breakfast in bed, no princess treatment by making her life easy, no indulging her moods needlessly. I keep saying that just because I don't want to perform affection does not mean it won't exist or that I'd stop doing special things for her. I just want to do it for the right reasons, and if I feel like it too, isn't it more special that way if it's real for me too? She disagrees. I keep telling her that what we have right now, me trying to manage all of it for her, is not healthy. I want to love her in ways that feel authentic to me too, and yes, even if it means I stop certain acts of affection on demand, I will. But that is a good thing in the long run. I don't think it's responsible of her to base all her responsive desire on what I have to do to earn that desire. I don't want to earn it. I want it freely given to me by her choice.
Apparently, the OP admitted in the other thread that he's unemployed and she does 100% of the domestic labor, which is what they agreed on before he got laid off, so the comments are just roasting him. User Cherries and Milk asks, how many times are you gonna post this? Each time it's worded a little differently, almost as if to provoke different responses. To be fair, I think he, at least, suspects he's in the wrong and somehow he expects someone to take his side for once. To which the user Nutcracker_78 replies, yeah. As soon as I started reading, I knew I'd read this post before. The words have changed ever so slightly to garner more sympathy. In the previous iteration, he was dragged in the comments, but the message is identical. Poor me, my wife wants me to pay attention and give affection to her, so I'm withholding it all because I feel it's performative to pretend to care when I really just want a bang made. The user Vildesaker says, so let me get this straight. You are A. Unemployed. B. Not helping around the house. C. Only showing your wife affection when you want to get your joystick wet. D. Not helping parent your child either. E. Whining in multiple posts on Reddit instead of getting off your lazy bottom and being useful. F. Ignoring those who have rightly called you out instead of looking inward and realizing you are the problem. Husband and father of the year, everyone. I hope she leaves you and takes the kid and finds someone worth her time. Maybe you'll get your act together and figure out how to be a partner and a parent, but I doubt it. If you enjoy these stories, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a moment and it massively helps us continuing to bring more of these stories to you. Thank you so much.
This story comes from r/am I the arsehole, but it has made it to r/all, as well, and was posted by user academic_trash_3895. Am I the arsehole for telling my wife she doesn't live here? My wife and I have been struggling for months now. Her mom died, and her dad needs full-time care that the family can't afford. They are trying to get him qualified for assistance, but in the meantime, she moved home to take care of her dad. I couldn't afford the rent on the apartment and full-time child care without both of our incomes, and she had to quit her job, so I moved in with my sister. My sister is single and has 3 dogs. Her house, well, it smells like dog. Her house is a 3-bedroom, but she uses one of the rooms for storage, so my son and I share a room. She is a flexitarian, and she doesn't want certain foods in her house. It's not an ideal living situation, but my son loves the dogs, and she helps me with childcare in addition to giving me free lodging, so I'm not complaining. My wife's sister took a trip to their dad's to watch him for a week so my wife could come home and see us, which actually means coming to my sister's, because we don't have a home. She has been here for 3 days, and she has not stopped complaining about the smell of the dogs or the fact that my sister won't clean out the storage room for our son. Earlier this evening she complained about not being able to buy beef, and I asked her to please stop. She asked if I was asking her to stop talking. I said no, that I was asking her to stop complaining. She said the conditions are unlivable. I said but you don't live here, so why do you care? She is crying in the room while I am stuck in the living room with our son. She said I accused her of abandoning the family, which isn't what I said, but that isn't even the point. I understand she can't abandon her dad to waste away and die, but this situation is because of her family, and my family is helping, and I feel like she's so damn ungrateful. I know that's an uncharitable way to feel about one's wife, but she hasn't thanked my sister at all, and it's starting to piss me off. Update: thank you for the advice. I asked my wife to come get breakfast with me this morning. She said we couldn't afford it, but I told her she needed a break, and Denny's won't bankrupt us. She was very reluctant, but I convinced her. When we were there she tried to get our son to eat a sausage, and he said yuck and her expression was so sour I knew I wasn't going to be able to avoid a fight. She went on a tirade about my sister. I tried to tell her that toddlers think everything is yuck at one point or another. Last month carrots were yuck. She insisted it was my sister's fault. I asked her not to go back. I wanted to wait until she was in a better mood to ask, but that ship had sailed. I asked her to stay and try to get her old job back and for us to get a new apartment. I said she has been caretaking for her dad for months and it is her sister's turn, and then her brother should take a turn. She said they won't. I said if she doesn't go back they will have to. She said she isn't even sure her old boss would rehire her. I said all she can do is ask. She said she will think about it. She went for a walk when we got back. So, that's where we are right now.
One of the best answers, in my opinion, comes from the user called Philatoflies, and it says, your wife's understandable active grief and likely resentment are coming out sideways. She's really mad at her sister. The one who is just visiting and giving her a break. It's not a break for any of them, and the place she goes to is not her own. She is criticizing her hostess for things that seem doable to her because of the daily impossibility of what she is undertaking. Doesn't excuse. Only explains. And she does need to stop. Control issues come up when what we are dealing with makes us powerless and that defines the whole situation. The sister-in-law is being charitable and doesn't have to rearrange her life any more than she already has, but that's what the wife has latched onto as changeable, where nothing else may feel that way. Not arsehole. Unless wife persists after gently being reminded that sister-in-law's boundaries and lifestyle are not at play here. Then she is the arse. Her next break needs to be at a hotel or trusted friend's place. Not another activating environment that puts the whole family in a crucible. To which the user AstroIV replies. This is such a grounded take because it holds space for her grief without letting it steamroll everyone else, and it really nails how misplaced anger and control show up when life feels completely unmanageable. If you enjoy these stories, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a moment and it massively helps us continuing to bring more of these stories to you. Thank you so much.